Hare Krishna. So, first of all, we'll welcome His Royal Bhakti Raga Goswami Maharaj to Nilachal Dham. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! And we would like to have Pada Puja of His Royal Bhakti Raga Goswami Maharaj. So, kindly sit down. We would request everyone to kindly sit down. Mataji can come this side also. There is a lot of space. Prabhuji can come here. Number of officers more. थोड़े माता जी लोग आप इस तरफ आ जाइए, इस तरफ बहुत जगह है, थोड़े सामान हटा सकते हैं लोग, पीछे ये तो कहीं पे लगा सकते हैं, जगह बन जाएगा। हाँ, कोई थोड़ा हेल्प कर दीजिए, सुधर जगह पूरा यहाँ पे दे दीजिए सामान। आप लोग सभी लोग बैठ जाएंगे तो आराम से देख सकते हैं। थोड़े चेयर्स पीछे हैं, जिनको बैठने में कठिनता हो तो पीछे बैठ सकते हैं।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
वहाँ पर चेयर्स भी है, आप लोग चेयर्स भी लेके बैठ सकते हैं और नीचे भी बैठ सकते हैं। हाँ, अभी actually we have also Sandhyati, but after the class we have one very responsibility also very difficult. So we'll have some 10-15 minutes kirtan and hear from 10-15 मिनट कीर्तन रखेंगे और उसके बाद में महाराज कुछ बोलेंगे, उनसे आप सुनेंगे। आदि थोड़ा सा एडजस्ट कर लीजिए। हाँ, अगर डोर वगैरह खुल रहा है तो धक्का वक्का मार के तोड़िए मत, बस करिए। अंदर पंखा वगैरह भी है, लगा दीजिए। फैन है ऑन द, you can keep that door also open. Keep the fan on so that everybody can get sufficient. भाई हारमोनियम किधर है? इधर बैठ जाना। अभी 7:20 हो रहा है, हमारा पूरा कार्यक्रम इंक्लूडिंग प्रसादम 8:45 तक हो जाएगा। आई थिंक 8:30 तक हो जाएगा। नहीं, क्योंकि बहुत लोग दूर दूर से आए हैं तो उनके लिए भी मैंने काम छोड़। और यहाँ से उसके बाद में फिर महाराज को दूसरा एक जगह से होते हुए जाना पड़ेगा ना, because I was going from here, go via just stop over for 5 minutes. While going back, there is a Subramanian Prabhu's place. You have to go via that place, just to 5 minutes. Krishna, like Hare Krishna.
हाँ लाइव हाँ अच्छा सर
इसका फोकस
हरे कृष्ण। सभी लोग करतल नहीं गाना क्योंकि कभी कभी रिदम डिस्टर्ब होता है। क्लास बहुत अच्छा है। ओम जनंजना सलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सुदेवम् सात्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपाकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः गोविन्दाय नमो नमः गोविन्दाय नमो नमः Since we have the holy presence of Guru Maharaj, I would like to sing one song. Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya. Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Kare Vidasi Rina Pekha Tirina Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Rina Pekha Tirina Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Kare Vidasi Rina Pekha Tirina Rina Pekha Tirina Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Kare Vidasi Rina Pekha Tirina Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Kare Vidasi Rina Pekha Tirina Sakala Sehane Bal Diya Karo Nija Mane Srihai Sakala Sehane Bal Diya Karo Nija Mane Srihai Sakala Sehane Bal Diya Karo Nija Mane Srihai Rina Pekha Tirina Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Kare Vidasi Rina Pekha Sakale Samman Korite Sakati Dehanata Jata Jata Sakale Samman Korite Sakati Dehanata Jata Jata Sakale Samman Korite Sakati Dehanata Jata Jata Sakale Samman Korite Sakati Dehanata তবে তো গাইব হরি নাম সুখে, তবে তো গাইব হরি নাম সুখে, তবে তো গাইব হরি নাম সুখে, তবে তো গাইব হরি নাম সুখে। অপরাধ হবে অপরাধ হবে গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করলে নিদাস ঋণ পেক্ষা অভিনা, গুরুদেব কৃপা বিন্দু দিয়া করলে নিদাস ঋণ পেক্ষা অভিনা। কবে হে না কৃপা নভিয়ায় জানা কৃতা হইবে না, কবে হে না কৃপা নভিয়ায় জানা কৃতা হইবে না। শক্তি বুদ্ধি না আমিয়া বিদিনা, শক্তি বুদ্ধি না শক্তি বুদ্ধি না আমি আছি না, শক্তি বুদ্ধি না আমি আছি না। ধর্মরে আত্মা সাধনা, ধর্মরে আত্মা সাধনা, ধর্মরে আত্মা সাধনা। যোগ্যতা বেকারে কিছু নাই পাই, তোমারা করুণা সারা। যোগ্যতা বেকারে কিছু নাই পাই, তোমারা করুণা সারা। যোগ্যতা বেকারে কিছু নাই পাই, তোমারা করুণা সারা। করুণা নহিলে কান্দিয়া কান্দিয়া, করুণা নহিলে কান্দিয়া কান্দিয়া, করুণা নহিলে কান্দিয়া কান্দিয়া। প্রাণ রাখে গৌরা, প্রাণ রাখে গৌরা, গুরুদেব পাবিন্দ দিয়া করলে নিদাস ঋণ পেক্ষা অভিনা, গুরুদেব পাবিন্দ দিয়া করলে নিদাস ঋণ পেক্ষা অভিনা, ঋণ পেক্ষা অভিনা।
Ragacharya Stotra Satta Sri Samadhi Divine Grace Sirabhai Charanagam Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Skandagiti Foundation Divine Grace Sri Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prince Guru Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Radha Sri Vasavi Gour Bhaktivinoda Ki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Krishna Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Sri Vrindavan Mitra Dham Ki Sri Dwarka Dham Ki Sri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Sri Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Sri Mayapur Chandra Devantir Ki Ganga Mai Jivanmai Ki Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki Harinam Sankirtan Ki Samaveta Bhakti Devi Ki Strength and effort of distribution Ki Jai Sri Siddhanithaya Ki Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi Ki Jai Sri Krishna Balaram Ki Jai Sri Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Sri Sri Radha Madhava Ki Jai Nithai Gaur Bhimam All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories to the Assembly devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and to Sri Gauranga. All glories to Sri Prabhupada.
Srila Bhakti Rama Sai Maharaj ki थोड़ा
Om Abhyanatinirandasya Jananjana Natsurandiritam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Mayam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Swaparantikam Namo Om Vishnu Paraya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prasarine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatra Desakayine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Radha Sri Vasavi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everyone may kindly fold your hands and repeat the following two mantras. Holding hands. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Surabhyaya Namaha. 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 Mukham karoti vasanam tvang karite girim yat kripat maham Sri Gurum Dinataranam Yatripa Tamamani Sri Gurunadaram. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. Jai. So I'd like to welcome everyone to Nilachal Dham, our first visit here. By Krishna's mercy, anyone who does a little bit of traveling, especially those who are sannyasis. Of course, in our ISKCON society, not only sannyasis travel. We have many devotees in different ashram, brahmacharya ashram, grihastha ashram, who are very active in spreading Krishna consciousness. Actually, our whole mission, we should try to understand more and more, is to more deeply understand what is the mission of our acharyas. We find many Mahajana Jainagata Sapantaha. We hear from Shastra that we should try to follow in the footsteps of the great personalities, Mahajana. So our Vaishnavacharyas, they are the Mahajanas, the foremost and more recent and most inspiring for all of us should be the founder Acharya of our ISKCON society, who single-handedly, as we know, left Bharatvarsha. Prabhupada was giving a lecture on the next, had not yet come with his first batch of Western, he called dancing white elephants. Yeah, they were quite different from other persons. And as he was lecturing, there was a series of lectures, and I actually highly recommend all of you to turn the Desire Tree. Many lectures there. So there's about maybe 20, 25 lectures. Very powerful lectures. Very potent lectures on what is the essence for all of us in terms of spiritual life, which is bhakti, the science. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the science of bhakti devotional service. So this, one of those lectures Prabhupada is telling, he has a small group, maybe 15, 20 devotees, all Westerners. So he's lecturing about how, it was the desire of the Goswamis, well, of course, the desire of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who inspired the Goswamis of Vrindavan, who sent them to Vrindavan for the very purpose of excavating and extracting from all the Vedic literatures the essence of Vedic knowledge, which is, of course, bhakti. And then Prabhupada was explaining how, since 500 years, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire, it was carried out by various acharyas, more recently Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and he was mentioning his own Guru Maharaj. And then he was saying, and it is the standing order for all those who are born in the land of Bharatvarsha to take up this mission. Still, he was talking to his Western disciples, you should become very enthusiastic and carry on that mission. Of course, since that time, it's like I'm sitting in a room full of devotees from India, and we have come a long way actually. In the early days, there were very few people from India who had taken up the mission that Prabhupada introduced in the Western countries. It is described how Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jaina Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamahyam Dadati Swapamadikam. The perfection of life for a disciple is to very fully understand the mission of our acharyas, the mission of the spiritual master, and to endeavor to the best of one's ability to assist in fulfilling that mission. So Prabhupada was, is representing, continues to represent the Guru Parampara, and his mission was to transplant, to reintroduce, to revive actually the Vedic culture. And I was just this afternoon, actually before coming here in Mayapur. Anyone has been to not Mayapur, Mayapur? Anyone knows about Mayapur? I think so. Yeah. Anyway, nice congregation of devotees there. And I was mentioning how, in a few days I'm beginning a 3-month tour, going to different countries, maybe at least 10 different countries, in maybe 3 continents or 4 continents. And the theme of the tour, I think all of our devotees here will be able to relate to it. The theme of the tour is Make Vrindavan Villages. Vrindavan Dham Ki. Actually, all of us should be meditating, because it is the order and the desire of our acharyas, and also it is the essence of what all of us are endeavoring to do in practicing Krishna consciousness. What are we trying to do ultimately? We are trying to again come back to our original position in Goloka Vrindavan. The original Vrindavan is in the spiritual world. We belong to that Vrindavan, where life is very simplified and where all the inhabitants of Vrindavan are engaged in loving devotional relationships with one another, and especially where everyone is focused on serving and pleasing Krishna. So more and more devotees around the world actually are, I would say, picking up on this theme, because Prabhupada spoke about it. At least revive the spirit, the mood and the mentality of Vrindavan. And of course, all of you who have, just like here, an altar with deities, either we are having altar of Gauritai here, Gauritai here, or Jagannath, so that's why it's called Nilachal Dham. These are the 3 favorite places, isn't it, for Vaishnavas? Vrindavan Dham, and Navadvip Mayapur Dham, and Jagannath Puri. So our line of Guru Parampara, we belong to the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, especially focused on reviving this this natural lifestyle that Krishna displayed and lived in Vrindavan Dham. The whole world actually is, as we all know, in a very chaotic and very dangerous condition at this time. And therefore there is a great need for all of us to bring what is meant to be the remedy for the present condition, the remedy, the solution to the problems of the world are what our acharyas are presenting to us. The remedy is to be found in the pages of the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam. And all of us, in different ways, to some extent, we can actually contribute. If we want our life to actually be successful, then we should, the more we understand what our acharyas are presenting and explaining, then we will, to some extent or other, try to introduce activities and practices that are there in Vrindavan Dham. Of course, majority of our devotees all over the world, including here in Hyderabad area, and majority of our devotees are living in cities, and Vrindavan is a village. So there's a big difference actually. But still, we should meditate and we should pray to Krishna how we can introduce different aspects of the Vrindavan village. See, we need to understand, naturally in Krishna consciousness, we need to understand many things. But one of the important things is that our Vedic culture is to a large extent a village culture. Our Vedic culture is a cow culture. And unfortunately, in modern day cities, we are disconnected very much with cows. Of course, today I was very happy to see her. Surabhi was here. I understand that, I think in this area, isn't it, there's a number of cows wandering quite openly, quite freely. But actually, in most places around the world, as we know, the condition of cows is very precarious, and we should know that this is not a good sign. And one of our important missions, as explained by Srila Prabhupada, is to give first. I was quoting from this very nice book called The Light of the Bhagavat. Who knows about this book, Light of the Bhagavat? It's a book that Prabhupada wrote, right? Light of the Bhagavat. I strongly recommend devotees to get a copy of this book, because Srila Prabhupada explains many wonderful things regarding Vrindavan life. He's actually taking verses from the 10th canto. If we want to really understand about Vrindavan, we have to read the 10th canto. Of course, before reading the 10th canto, we have to read the first 9 cantos. Because that's the process. But Srila Prabhupada has done something very wonderful. Even though we may not have yet read all the 9 cantos, we can read the Krishna book. The Krishna book is a summary actually of the 10th canto. Srila Prabhupada, he didn't know if he would be able to finish the translation of the Srimad Bhagavatam, 18,000 verses. And actually he could not, but foreseeing that he would not be able to translate the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, he gave us a summary of the essence of the Srimad Bhagavatam in the form of Krishna book. Yeah. So the 10th canto is very nicely explaining what is the ideal lifestyle, ideal way to live. And we should know, we should understand that modern day society is very, very far removed, very, very disconnected with this lifestyle. we're trying in different ways in our various residences, in our homes. I mean, having an altar is the best way for those who are in the cities to create this mood and this mentality of Vrindavan Dham. Simultaneously, we should introduce different practices, just like we should, very simple things. This is part of a campaign that we started and that I hope to revive actually in the next 3 months, beginning in a few days when I'll be leaving on the 13th. We started what is called the Om Sri Swargi campaign. Some of the devotees here were very active, especially Janarivas Prabhu and others as well in IDBM. So the whole purpose of the Om Sri Swargi campaign was to bring awareness, especially ultimately awareness of Krishna. That is the meaning of Krishna consciousness. But we cannot become properly Krishna conscious if we are not also conscious of Krishna's cows, unless we are also conscious of Krishna's lifestyle, unless we are conscious of the way the Brajavasis are living and how they are thinking. I was in Vrindavan quite some years back, and I narrated this short anecdote, I think, a few times, but it's appropriate now to again mention it. I was in front of the Krishna Balaram temple. How many have been to Vrindavan here? Probably many. Yeah, okay. So in front of the Krishna Balaram temple, they sell this what is it? Lemon juice. If it's winter time, it's hot, and if it's summer, cold, right? Yeah. So I happened to be speaking to one Brajavasi, and it's good to speak sometimes to Brajavasis because they will tell you things that maybe you don't think about or know. So anyways, this Brajavasi was telling me how, every day those who are living in Vrindavan, they know that so many sadhus, they will go for madhukari, isn't it? Madhukari, they will go from door to door and get some, whatever they will offer, usually chapatis, right? So this Brajavasi was telling, actually the Brajavasis, they know that at some time somebody will knock on their door or come in front of their house and do madhukari. So every Brajavasis, or at least many of them, they prepare chapatis with the idea of distributing. So that Brajavasi was telling, the first chapati that is made, they don't offer it to Krishna. They put it aside for Gomata. First chapati. Second chapati also doesn't go to Krishna. The second chapati goes for sadhu, Brahmana. First is cow, second is Brahmana. Krishna has to wait for the third chapati. But Krishna doesn't mind. Krishna doesn't mind because he's very happy to see the mood and the mentality of his devotees. Because the cows are very, very dear to Krishna. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. This is the mood and the mentality of the residents of Vrindavan. They understand that worshipping, caring and serving for those who are very dear to Krishna is more important than directly or immediately serving Krishna, isn't it? So we can develop this mood and this mentality anywhere, wherever we may be living, even in a place like Canada, where I'm from, where the climate is very cold for practically 50% of the year. You can't really grow anything when there is snow. Still, we have devotees who are developing a very nice community called Sharanagati Village. It is in Western Canada. And it is very large, actually. It is spread over 2,000 acres of land. You probably can get lost. Because it's you can take a long japa walk in the morning and go from one end. It's about 10 kilometers. So, if anyone happens to come to Canada, I invite you to our not so small community. I mean, we have 2 lakes actually in Sharanagati village. So, in this upcoming tour, I will be especially visiting different farm communities. I'll be taking many pictures, which I'll share with some of our devotees who can then share it with others. It's actually, what we are endeavoring to do is like practically impossible. Just like we're here in the material world on this planet. This planet, if you ever have looked at the the cosmos, our planet is very tiny. you can't see it. It's like a dot, a lost dot amongst so many. And we are on this little planet within this. We are living in the smallest universe. There are many thousands, hundreds, millions of universes within the material world. We're living in one such universe, and the smallest of the universes. And we're trying to go outside of this universe. We're trying to go back to the spiritual world, which is like impossible, practically speaking. So, in a similar way, of course, it is possible, and only possible by Krishna's mercy, and by the mercy of the devotees, the Vaishnavas. So similarly, what Srila Prabhupada is endeavoring to do, what our acharyas are endeavoring to do, this is Kali Yuga. We're living in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, everything goes wrong. And everyone is messed up. Everyone is confused. That is generally the condition of Kali Yuga. But our Kali Yuga is very unique, very special because of why? Because Mahaprabhu has come, isn't it? Lord Chaitanya, Krishna himself, in the form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has come and bestowed very special process, very special benediction, which is the Harinam Sankirtan movement. And if we simply, nicely, seriously take up this mission given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially if we read these literatures given to us by Srila Prabhupada, which are a treasure house of knowledge. Isn't it? The Vedic knowledge, there's nothing that surpasses the knowledge from the Vedas, and that's all nicely summarized, especially in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So these are the books of knowledge that are actually meant for the whole universe. And we are seeing, since Prabhupada's time, when he would travel to different countries, so many people would be automatically attracted to this philosophy of what we call Sanatana Dharma. So this is our mission, actually, and especially for all of you who are in India, all of you who are born in the land of Bharatvarsha, as often spoken by Srila Prabhupada, reminding all of you, Bharat Bhumite Hoira Manusya Janamazar Janma Sarta Kori Kora Para Upakar. You have a special mission. And that special mission is to first make your individual life successful by seriously, nicely practicing Krishna consciousness, and simultaneously, to the extent that you are nicely practicing, then whatever is possible to try and introduce that mission, maybe in your neighborhood. We don't expect everyone to jump on an airplane and travel 14 times around the world, as Prabhupada did. I mean, if you can do it, fine, great, come. But usually householders can't take too many planes, can't travel around the world so much. Some of our householders are doing that. But wherever we may be, Prabhupada said that even in village, one should go by bullock cart, north, south, east and west, and with coal and cartel introduce the chanting of the holy name. It means that everywhere that is a standing order, same mission that we all have, to introduce Krishna consciousness to the best of our ability. So I'm very pleased to see so many wonderful, enthusiastic devotees, all of you who are here. Kindly continue to practice nicely the basics of Krishna consciousness, that is our sadhana bhakti. By nicely continuing to practice sadhana bhakti automatically, without any extra endeavor, automatically in a natural way, from sadhana bhakti we come to bhava bhakti and eventually prema bhakti, which is the goal and the destination for all of us. So I want to thank all of you very much for a very nice reception today, and I want to thank the devotees who are, all of you who are active in different ways in practicing Krishna consciousness and helping to spread the mission of Srila Prabhupada, the mission of Srila Mahaprabhu. The more we endeavor in this way, we should know that Krishna is anxious. Prabhupada one time he said, actually we're not so serious to make spiritual advancement. We're not so serious to get out of this material world. But Krishna has a strong desire to help us. So if we make even a small attempt, Krishna will be there to help us in so many ways. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki
Gour Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj ki Jai.
We will now find out what the rest of the program.
सो ये हमारा अगला जो कार्यक्रम है, सब लोग भी आरती के लिए उठेंगे, लेकिन 2 मिनट ठहर जाइए। आरती से पहले जिनको भी महाराज से आशीर्वाद लेना है, महाराज के हाथ से प्रसाद भी रेडी है, क्योंकि एक बार उठेंगे फिर नीचे प्रसाद के लिए जाएंगे, इसलिए आरती होगा। आरती से पहले सभी लोग वहाँ पर पूरी तरह कंटिन्यू कीर्तन, एंड आफ्टर दैट महाराज विशेष देवी then Maharaj will come of Aarti ji. ये आचमन। तो जिनको भी महाराज से आशीर्वाद लेना है, यहाँ पर आके महाराज को प्रणाम कीजिए। कोई भी हरी हरी बोल, हरी बोल। हरी हरी बोल। हाँ
हरि बोल।